When you wake up tomorrow morning, before your feet touch the floor, ask yourself a simple, unsettling question. If this were your last day, how would you live it? Not with panic or performance, but with clarity. No longer a puppet yanked by habits and selfish impulses, no longer cursing the present or fearing the future. This is the voice of Marcus Aurelius, cutting through the noise across 2,000 years. Life is brief, and it is yours only for a moment. You are part of a vast order, a spark from the governing fire of the world. You have a portion of time, and it shrinks with every breath. If you do not seize it with reason and justice, it will slip, and you with it. There won't be another chance to live today. So begin here. Notice what the wise avoid and what they pursue. They hurry, but not with frantic steps. They hurry to meet death by living fully now. In every hour, attend to what is right in front of you with love, with freedom, with justice. And if you would fulfill your purpose, perform each act as if it were the last you will ever do, clean of thoughtlessness, free from the aversion that throws you away from your own reason, free of hypocrisy and vanity, free of spite against fate. See how few principles you need to carry, enough to live a steady, reverent life. Moral perfection is not an endless ladder. It is the quiet strength of treating each day as your possible last, without convulsions, without stupor, without pretending. Do not squander the rest of your life guessing at other people's minds. Unless your purpose is to serve the common good, your curiosity is a tax on your own soul. Every minute spent wondering what she meant, why he did it, what they are plotting, is a minute you walk away from your inner guide. Train your thoughts to be so direct that if someone asked you at any moment, "What are you thinking right now?" you could answer instantly, confidently, "This and this." Let it be immediately clear that what lives in you is simple and benevolent, free of greed, envy, or fear, nothing you'd be ashamed to admit out loud. A person who lives like this becomes a servant of what is highest, faithful to the divine element within. He is not the toy of pleasures, not made brittle by pain, not tempted by excess, not infected by malice. He becomes an athlete of the noblest contest, the refusal to be toppled by any passion. Justice soaks into him like rain into soil. He cleaves to what happens and makes use of it. Rarely, only when necessity and the common good require, does he turn to what others say, do, or think. He does his own work, the work aligned with the whole, and in it he finds that the good is not elsewhere. Search his mind and you find nothing festering, nothing stained, nothing poorly healed. Keep your own character like this, friendly, benevolent, willing. Let the unnecessary fall away. Keep a few precepts and love the discipline that supports you. Be whole in your conduct. Put a leash on your impulses. Let desire tire and grow quiet. Guard the steward inside you. Let your single wish be this: to act with justice on behalf of the whole. Earn the names that matter: good, reserved, truthful, prudent, resilient, magnanimous, and keep them. If you lose them, ransom them back at once. Why keep dragging yourself as you've always been when a new life stands at the door? The restless, fractured, impure life belongs to the foolish. Remember, each of us lives only in the present moment, this vanishing instant. The rest has been lived or is uncertain. Extinguish the wild theater of imagination. Cut the puppet strings. Confine yourself to the present. When sadness comes or anger swells, consider how brief a human life is. The memory and the thing remembered both pass away. Time is a river, a force that never pauses. A moment appears, you glimpse it, and the current carries it off. Another rises, and it too will be carried. Accept what comes without arrogance. Let go of what goes without resistance. Very soon you will be ashes and a name, or not even a name. Each second leaves you less life than you had. Use this small interval in obedience to your nature, and end it gladly when it ends. Walk the shortest path, the one that cuts straight through what is and what is right. That path is the one in accord with your nature. Leave your past alone. Entrust the future to providence. Attend only to the present with reverence and justice. If you do this one task, this moment's task, with clear reason, with diligence, with steadiness and kindness, without letting yourself be tangled in anything external, expecting nothing, avoiding nothing, and if you speak plainly and truthfully, you will live well, and no one can stop you. Two things are shared by the soul of God, the soul of a human, and the soul of any rational being, not to be hindered by any other, and to seek the good through a just disposition and just actions. So while you live, while it is still possible, be virtuous. If something is not just, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Speak and act in the most upright way you can, and you will be freed from many anxieties. Fix your wish on being good in whatever you do. Remember these maxims. Acts matter, not outcomes. Fix your eyes on your task, ask it what it requires, and without swerving, do what human nature asks of you. Do it with kindness, with modesty, without pretense. Stop debating the qualities of a good person. Be one. Don't stare into the fog. Run your course straight toward the finish without veering. Restrain your impulses. Do not hate what lies outside your power. Refuse to be yanked around by accident and novelty. Make time to learn something good. Stop spinning like a top for the entertainment of others. Get occupied with your purpose. Throw away empty hopes. Work at rescuing yourself. Be wary of other drifts. In every impulse, answer with justice. In every impression, hold on to understanding. Imagine how much time is saved by not asking what another said or did or thought, only what you yourself are doing, whether it is just, reverent, and wholly good. Be indifferent to what makes no difference. Do not spend more time on small things than they deserve. Choose your battles wisely. Not everything deserves your energy. Moderate yourself. Now, dig inside. There is a spring in you. The water is good, and it can flow forever if you keep digging. Others plan retreats in the country, by the sea, upon the mountain. You too can fantasize about escape. But that is common and superficial. The best retreat is within yourself, and you can enter it whenever you wish. Nowhere does a person find greater peace and quiet than in his own soul, especially one who keeps within it such thoughts that, by leaning upon them, he finds immediate and complete tranquility. And what is tranquility? Good order. So give yourself that retreat, often. Let it restore you. Look for qualities that are wholly within your control. Integrity, gravity, endurance, a healthy disdain for empty pleasures, acceptance of fate, the capacity to need little, benevolence, freedom, simplicity, austerity, magnanimity. Can you not see how many virtues are already at your fingertips? You lack no natural gift for these. Whatever others may say or do, your task remains, to be good. Do what is in your power and accept what is not. Keep your mind centered in itself. Do not be dissatisfied. Do not grow discouraged. Do not grow impatient. Be indifferent to cold or heat, to sleeplessness or heavy sleep, to censure or praise, to death or another assignment, so long as you are doing your duty. Why be troubled? If it is bearable, then bear it. Stand in the wind the gods send without complaint. A person's duty is to stand on his own, not to be propped up by others. Do not be heard complaining about life, not even to yourself. The human being becomes more noble when he makes use of obstacles. What stands in the way becomes the way. The thing that blocks action advances action. Whatever happens to you is either bearable by your nature, or if it is not, it will end you. And then there is nothing to be anxious about. You possess the natural power to endure anything that your judgment declares you can endure. Your interest and your duty are found there. Stand firm in two things. Be unshakable in your judgments and in your actions, and be gentle with those who try to hinder you or irritate you. Losing your temper is weakness. Do not let another's malice disturb you, and do not let it stain you. The ordinary person demands from others. The superior person demands from himself. Stop waiting for justice to arrive from outside. Become just in yourself. Respect for your own mind, your own rulings, will make you content in yourself, well fitted to those you live among, and aligned with the divine, praising what has been granted and allotted. If you are distressed by anything external, it is not the thing that troubles you, but your judgment about it, and you can discard that judgment. If you are distressed by something within your control, who prevents you from changing it? And if you suffer for not performing an action you believe is sound, why not perform it rather than suffer? These things depend on you. And who stops you from being simple and good? If it depends on you, do it. Pause for a moment and look at your own life. What stands in your way right now? An injury, a delay, a rival, a door that will not open. Have you ever turned one of these into a path instead of a prison? Share that moment below. Your experience might be the reminder someone else needs today. And if you find value in building this inner citadel, acting with justice, speaking the truth, choosing the present over panic, consider liking this video and subscribing. It helps this message reach more people who need it right now. Now back to the work. Attend to yourself. Resolve to be a good person in every act. Is it not enough to live your brief life rightly? A life's salvation lies in seeing everything as it truly is, what it is made of, what causes it, in practicing justice with your whole soul, and in speaking the truth. What remains then but to enjoy life by linking one good deed to another, leaving as little space as possible between them. Let that bring you joy. Moving from one action that serves the community to another action that serves the community, always with the divine present within you. Picture your morning again. A pale beam of light crawls up the wall. The phone tempts your thumb with a river of other people's lives. But you remember, the river of time is already carrying today away. You sit up. You take possession of your mind. You decide that this hour is for the task at hand. No malice, no showmanship, no whining about who did what and why. In traffic, instead of cursing the knot of cars, you notice the impulse rising, you label it and you let it pass. The delay becomes a rehearsal for patience. At work, facing someone's harsh words, you remember that their judgment is theirs and that your judgment is yours. You choose not to be splashed with another's mud. You answer plainly, with kindness, and with a steady hand on the wheel of your purpose. When you stumble, you do not write a tragedy in your mind. You correct what is yours to correct. When the evening comes, you look back for a moment, not to brood, but to ask a simple question. Did I act with justice? Did I tell the truth? Did I do the present duty? If the answer is sometimes yes and sometimes no, you know your work tomorrow. If the answer is yes, you know your work tomorrow. Your mind is not a kiosk for other people's drama. It is a citadel. Fill it with a few strong laws. When an image flashes, someone's insult, a memory of embarrassment, do not give it tenancy. Ask, is this necessary? Does this matter? Will this thought stand proudly if someone interrupts me and asks, what are you thinking? If not, return to your post. Serve the whole by serving the task. Wash a dish as if it were your last act. Write a line as if it were your last act. Tuck a child into bed as if it were your last act. Each small deed done with clean hands is a brick in a life you will not regret. Do not confuse endurance with coldness. Gentleness and firmness do not contradict. You can be unmoved by mockery and still be quick to help. You can accept the tug of fate without becoming fatalistic. Acceptance is not resignation. It is the clear-eyed decision to meet reality exactly where it stands, shoulder to shoulder, and then to move with justice. If an outcome is not in your power, your virtue still is. If praise comes, say nothing to yourself except that it is a sound in the air. If blame comes, remember that a wind has changed direction and your task is unchanged. You are not asked to be perfect. You are asked to be honest. If a desire storms the walls, say, this is only a desire. If anger tries to seize the throne, say, this is only an impulse. If fear arrives with its cold hands, say, this too is a thought, and I am not compelled. Let your reason sit where it belongs, on the seat of the soul, and let it judge in accordance with nature. Nature asks you to be a human being, rational, social, just. It does not ask for a performance, it asks for presence. Choose the shortest, truest route in every decision. The world will offer detours, gossip, envy, spectacle, outrage that burns bright and burns you out. These are expensive entertainments. You pay with your life. Leave them to those who have chosen them. Choose instead the work that fits your hands and the duties that belong to you. When you fail, start again without drama. When success comes, pass by it without vanity. Your rule is steady. If it's not just, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. If it's not necessary, don't think it. When you need rest, retreat into yourself. You carry your refuge with you. In that inner room, straighten your things. Put your thoughts in order, like tools laid in a drawer. Remind yourself, you are part of a city of gods and humans. Nothing that benefits the city is beneath you. You can endure more than you suppose. You can require more of yourself than you have ever asked. You can be patient with other people's failings as you are with a child learning to walk, because you too are learning to walk. And when the day ends, let it end. Release the weight. If your name endures, it will only be a sound others pronounce for a while. If it doesn't, nothing is lost. Your task was never reputation. It was to move from one useful act to another with the divine present in you, and in this you cannot be prevented except by yourself. Your judgments are yours. Your actions are yours. Your character is yours. That is the ground you hold. So wake in the morning and remember the privilege of being alive. Do not be a puppet. Do not curse what is or tremble at what might be. You were born as part of a whole, lit by the same fire that lights the stars. Your time is brief. Respect the soul that is yours. If you are to be calm now. If you are to be just now. If you are to be truthful, speak now. If you are to live rightly, do it now. Build your life the only way it has ever been built. Action by action, moment by moment, like placing stones to shape a path. Walk it, the river runs. Walk it while you can.